Alright everybody, we are going live here due to a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued out for Jackson County, so I wanted to jump on and give everybody a quick heads up on that. There is some large hail with this, a quarter size hail and damaging winds of 60 miles per hour possible. Looks like it's until 4 o'clock. At 3:03, severe thunderstorm was located over Pisgah, or 10 miles to the east of Scottsboro. Moving to the northeast at 10 miles per hour. This thing's literally crawling. 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter size hail possible. Areas that will be impacted by that include Stevenson, Hollywood, Pisgah, especially Pisgah, Fabius, Martintown, and Rosalie. So looking at this severe thunderstorm, some very large hail now showing up, possibly ping pong ball size hail now showing up. Doppler radar indicated. I just want to throw that out there. This is what ping pong ball size hail looks like on Doppler radar. Golf ball to ping pong ball size hail. So this storm now just to the west of Pisgah along County Road 88. Looks like there could be some ping pong ball size hail or maybe even golf ball in between there. That's a pretty large spike on the hail showing up on the radar here. Let's see if there's a hail spike. Back it out a little bit. Yeah, definitely see some larger hail in there. I'm going to say golf ball. That sounds about right. About golf ball size hail, possibly quarter to golf ball size in there in that storm. Let me update really quick. This is Station 28, all stations, severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Jackson County. This storm just to the west of Pisgah looks like it could produce some golf ball to quarter size hail. There is a pretty good spike in the hail core there just to the west of Pisgah. Just to the south of County Road 88, about to cross over County Road 88. Seeing a very large hail core with that. So in that little defined area there, just like about to go right along County Road 88 to the west of Pisgah. That's going to be south of Georgetown. Could be some very large hail, over 1 inch in diameter in there. Maybe golf ball, quarter to golf ball size hail in there. Possible with that. So also threat of some 60 mile per hour winds. Station 28 clear, 308, sending by for reports. So that's what you're looking at when you're looking for some larger, hails. That pretty much that blue color there gives it, gives it a good hint. You got some very large hail in there. I don't see a hail spike at the moment, but that could definitely change. So, it's just got a little isolated core there where there could be some larger hail in there. Of course, as it interacts with this outflow boundary, it's probably going to fire back up. It's firing off another outflow boundary at this point. So we'll continue to keep an eye on these. These are probably going to pop storms up off all across the area. We'll have to watch and see.
Copy that, direct. I'm heading to Crossville right now, so I'll keep an eye out on the cab side up that way.
Roger that. That's where I'm located at, actually, right in between Geraldine, Crossville. Be standing by. Just watching it now. It's still west of Pisgah and south of Georgetown. It's literally kind of right in between.
That's 10-4. I'll keep my eyes and ears open in my travels and I'll keep you up to date on anything I see.
Roger that. Appreciate it. Looks like the biggest thing with this is going to be hail, but there's a potential for it to produce a microburst too. The conditions today are very favorable for more microbursts, so heads up with that. Damaging winds, hail, all that possible. But this one's got some larger hail in it. I'm not sure why, that hasn't been updated, but that is larger than quarter size hail on that core. Let's see if it updates. I'm going to back up to another radar. But that hail core is definitely, yeah, I'm seeing it on my other radar too. Even bigger hail core showing up on my other radar here. So yeah, most definitely it's going to definitely be producing hail larger than quarter, especially in that little area. So yeah, that little area right here, right there is where you're going to have your larger hail at. And that's literally more than likely going across the county road there. That will be County Road 88. And it just fizzled out on that scan, so it briefly produced some very large hail, over quarter sized. I'm not sure if we have reports of that, but storm definitely capable of some larger hail, quarter sized or larger, which it was larger there for a minute, which was just, looks like it was over a rural area, so just to the southwest of New Herman Church. I don't believe there was any structures here. It looks like it produced it over a field or an open area, so there may not be any official reports of that. I do see structures very close by, so they might have got some of this. We'll just have to see, but this storm definitely capable of some large hail still. Looking more like quarter sized at this moment on the next update. Still looks like it's strengthening up. Did weaken just a bit on the second scan on my other radar too. Let's pull that one back up. Very good hail maker. So our big area of concern that we're going to be watching, which there could be some additional development later, our pretty much biggest area of concern, will be like right up in here for that new development. Watch issuance, not likely. We are under a mesoscale discussion currently. 1471. There's more than likely not going to be a watch issued out, but definitely we'll have to watch for additional development along this outflow from these past storms. Alright, let me... Okay, so at the end of this stream, I do have some information that I do need to throw along. It's very important everybody knows about it. Dutton's Hodge area and Dutton now seeing a new development, new storm developing. That one could produce some hail and become severe. It actually is producing some hail. Not as big as the one to the northeast, but that one will probably be our next storm that we need to keep a really close eye on. It's like right over Dutton currently. So we're keeping an eye on all that. These storms are rapidly changing direction here as they interact with that gust front. So it looks like this thing is still like just to the west of Pisgah. I know people probably think the world's ending along County Road 88 there because there's a lot of hail and a lot of rain and wind, and it's just pretty much sitting there. It's not really moving a lot, so. And I can hear it thundering right outside. And that's more than likely going to be due to that storm there to the north, unless there's one I'm not seeing. Yeah, it's going to be due to this one here. Okay. Yeah, there's audio. I'm not sure what was going on there. And it's definitely hot outside, and it's going to continue to feel very hot. But heads up to everybody, I just want to let everybody know, lots of people have not picked their shirts up yet, and they, really need to pick them up. They've been ordered, and they need to be picked up. I know Mike Mahoney, his last shirt's there. Braxton Hester, their shirt's available as well. Andrea Marie, their shirt is available as well. They still owe 20 on it. Mike still owes 20. Emerald Cheney, her shirt's been paid for, has not been picked up. Doris Shirley, shirts has been paid for and not picked up. So that's the ones we got on the list, and they do need to be picked up as soon as possible. And they're at the shop in Fife, Soul Anchor Boutique. You can look them up on Facebook or YouTube or Google, and you can find their location and pick them up in Fife. So just a heads up. getting back to the radar now. Storm looks like it's pretty much just falling apart at this point, and that's what we need to watch for a microburst potential. Gonna get that velocity up. So I do see some areas that's peaking up. There could be some high winds around Rosalie, Schrader, that's in Jackson County. Southwest of Sulphur Springs in Jackson County, west of Flat Rock. Seeing some wind there. And also some hail showing up in numerous areas of that storm. Alright everybody, 1 second. I'm going to back away just for 1 second. I'll still be streaming. Just give me 1 second, everybody. Still taking care of some business back here. But still tracking this storm. Looks like a pretty broad area of it here. So, 60-mile-an-hour winds possible, and also some large hail in there. Be right back. Give me just a moment. Alright, everybody, joining back here. Sorry about that. I had to take care of something real quick. Currently just a big thunderstorm, though. Spread it out. It could definitely produce some downburst of winds, especially over Pisgah right now. Newest radar update shows it moving more toward, like, right on top of Pisgah. Next thunderstorm I'm watching is just to the southwest of Moore's Mill, around Dutton, to the north of Dutton. That one's showing some decent hail in there now. That one also could be capable of producing quarter-size hail. It's along County Road 124 to the northeast. bringing the radio system up here. Yeah, it looks like it could be trying to produce a downburst over Pisgah, possibly. I'm going to look at it on velocity and get a better idea. Looks like it may have actually produced a downburst over Pisgah, almost sure of it. Looking at this radar image now, so it looks like there may have been a downburst over Pisgah. I'm not hearing of any damage reports or anything. Let me back out and look at my little app here that should tell me if there's been any damage reported. I'm not seeing any damage reported yet.
No, okay, six.
Six, go ahead.
Yeah, the other one down here. Let me get it back up on my end anyway. This one here is starting to show signs of some pretty good size hail, so I'm going to say that one could be producing some quarter size hail as well. Looks like that will be along County Road 124, around County Road 423, Highway 40. Pretty good size hail possible with that one. And let's look at the newest update. Severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Jackson until 4 o'clock, so we still got a good way to go. Severe thunderstorm was located over Pisgah, 10 miles east of Scottsboro, moving northeast at 10 miles per hour. It has changed direction just a little bit on the radar, but not a lot. 60 mile an hour wind gusts and quarter size hail. Areas impacted: Stevenson, Hollywood, Pisgah, Fabius, Martintown, and Rosalie. We got a new update up. Flash flood warning, radar indicated. Okay, so National Weather Service bringing out a flash flood warning now.
National Weather Service in Huntsville has issued a flash flood warning for Central DeKalb.
That's going to be Central DeKalb County. So let me go ahead and grab this up.
Jackson County in northeastern Alabama until 6:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 3:23 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Doppler radar indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain across southeastern Jackson
Okay.
and northwestern DeKalb counties. Leaving 1 to 2 inches of rain has
Receiver
fallen
C,
in the last
now
30 minutes.
100.
Additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches are possible over the next 1 to 3 hours.
This is KO4FUN to all amateur radio operators. Wanting to pass along, the National Weather Service in Huntsville has issued a flash flood warning that will be for central DeKalb County and northeastern Alabama. That'll be until 6:30. At 3:23 p.m., Doppler radar indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain across southeastern Jackson and northwestern DeKalb County. Between 1 and 2 inches of rain have fallen in the last 30 minutes. Additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches are possible over the next 1 to 3 hours. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly, so if you're driving around, be careful out there. You could run into some flooding. Of course, don't drive across flooded roadways. This is KO4FUN. Yeah, Roger, we did just go under a flash flood warning for Jackson and DeKalb County. Watching a pretty heavy storm now to the north of Dutton. Some pretty good size hail, pretty good hail core on it. I'm going to say about quarter size hail along County Road 124 and Highway 40 in Jackson County. Highway 40 will be southwest of Moore's Mill, this thing leaning just to the northeast of Dutton. Kind of in between Dutton and Moore's Mill, like right in the middle there along Highway 40. Cannot hear him at all. Yeah, Roger, I'm having some trouble hearing you. I don't know. It may be my fault. It's been crazy lately. Um, has anybody received any damage reports around Pisgah? Just curious. It looked like there might have been a downburst over Pisgah earlier. All right, Roger, that sounds good.
It's not just you there. It's hard for me to hear. He's very, very quiet.
Okay, Roger that. Yeah, I heard you loud and clear there. So, you might could bump your audio up or something on there. I forgot how to do it, but yeah, it's really low audio. Roger, you're still really low on the audio. It sounds like you're, well, listening to it from this angle, it almost sounds like I've got a phone call going, but I don't have speaker on. So it's pretty low audio. I have to put it right up to my ear to pick you up. Yeah, just a big stormy mess right now over Pisgah. Heaviest activity now would be right in the middle between Dutton and Moore's Mill along Highway 40. Lots of hail there, so probably quarter size. Imagine if there's some vehicles traveling on Highway 40, they're probably getting just bombarded by hail right now. I'm going to say close to quarter size hail would be expected along Highway 40. And also there is some flash flood warnings in effect. That is due to this big batch of heavy rainfall. Basically runoff, streams, creeks, all that in the area there where that flash flood warning is. Those streams and creeks will quickly become flooded with water. A little bit better there. Yeah, it's better. That's for sure.
We're under or what?
Alright, this is not making sense. Oh yeah, I gotta fix my text too. Let me see. I swear, I wish they would stop encrypting everything. Good grief. Cannot understand nothing they're saying on there. Okay, you know what? We'll let that pass. One more time. Definitely some high winds now approaching Henniger, kind of in between Pisgah and Henniger, but is approaching Henniger. Some higher winds there. Could be due to a downburst. That's what I'm trying to look and see. Let's bring the correlation up.
I just shared some pretty awesome photos in the group chat from Hyder pointing towards Dutton. Looks pretty good. Just now hitting rain as I'm coming into Henniger.
Roger, you're about to run into some wind too. It's not there yet, but you're about to run into some wind possibly as well. I bet you got a really awesome shot from those angles there. It's literally just barely north of Henniger, just slightly. Roger that. Quarter size hail in Pisgah. Yeah, definitely was waiting on that. It looked like there was some larger hail than that just to the west of Pisgah earlier. It looked like maybe golf ball, but it looked like it was over a field or something. Not really in an area populated, so probably won't know nothing about it. But yeah, appreciate that. Quarter size hail in Pisgah being reported. That's VIA Emergency Management. Josh, you got an ear infection too? Because I've got one on my right side, so just curious. That's why you're having hearing trouble.
No, my hearing issues come from 15 years of EMS.
Well, there you go. That'll do it.
I honestly don't understand how I can hear with all the high performance engines I built and being firefighter, law enforcement, loud sirens, and all that stuff. I don't know how I can still hear.
Quarter, do you have a ground?
Yeah, Roger that. I'd say that's a wonder, isn't it? You're pretty blessed there. Still be able to hear after going through all that. All right, let's look at comments. Don't want to get too sidetracked as I've already got sidetracked. High wind on 117 between Fabius and Flat Rock. We're getting reports of high winds. No estimate of how high they are, but some high winds being reported along 117 between Fabius and Flat Rock right now. Hello, Mr. Mike. By the way, your shirts are up at, or your shirt is up at Soul Anchor Boutique in Fife. Whenever you get time to go pick it up, just wanted to throw that out there because it doesn't seem like anybody has came and picked them up.
Received direct. I just passed Sanders Collision Auto Body coming into Henniger, and it is absolutely still here. No wind to speak of at all, and it's done stopped raining.
Roger that. Appreciate it. I'm going to pull the radar back up and look at the velocity. Yeah, it shows it dramatically weakened out as as those winds were heading toward Henniger. But right now they're just to the north of it.
I'm on my way right now to complete a transaction. I'm buying a generator. But on my way back through, I'm going to come back through this same direction from Collinsville area back through towards Sulphur Springs where I live. So if you need, I would be more than happy to do some damage assessment going through Pisgah.
Roger, sure, that'd be great. I'd appreciate it. We got new development now over Fairview. That's the northeast portion of DeKalb, around Beulah, Fairview. Some heavy rain, wind, Sulphur Springs, embedded hail in there, gusty winds, all that good stuff. Still seeing some hail around the Glen Zeta area. That's near Rosalie in Jackson County. I've actually never seen that pop up till now. But yeah, that looks like where the heaviest, just about, some of the heaviest stuff is at. Just a lot of rain and wind pretty much.
It'll stay that way.
Oh, hopefully. Nope, go back. So I am noting, I guess a extremely weak area of, rotation with this, but it is not enough to even really, it's not enough to worry about at this point. Honestly, it's making me think it's due to this hail core here, and I'm pretty sure that's what that's all about. Let's see around Glen Zeta. Let me look at it one more time. Because you got your updraft, downdraft area. Yep, that's exactly where that's at. So lots of hail falling around County Road 58 and County Road 426. Yeah, I might have to take that back on the rotation part. It's just a heavy area of hail, precip falling down. Just north of Glenzada, along County Road 58. And that's the same one that went over Pisgah. So it could be some quarter-size hail in there. Oh, gotta put something else in stream really quick. 1 second. Getting reports now of wind, heavy wind, and looks like Henniger, Flat Rock. Yeah, Henniger, looks like Henniger and Flat Rock getting reports of some high winds now. Yeah, this sucker's dumping some rain. That sucker is really dumping some rainfall, especially just to the west of Pisgah. Like right where that hail core was at, along County Road 88. That dumps some heavy rain. That right there is around 1 inch plus of rainfall there. Let me check my other radar tool here, and I can tell you how much rain that is. I did not mean to cancel all that out. That was my bad. Bring that back up. Alright, so looks like in that area there was 2.16, so over 2 inches of rainfall in that area. Right here where this orange is at, so around 2.16 of rainfall right there in that one spot. So right now, just a really big, broad out area, and anywhere in this, there's embedded hail. So anywhere in this storm, you could have some, I'm going to say pea to dime size hail.
It feels like a little bit early. I'm already in Slovenia now.
Roger on that.
11 tonight.
Alright everybody, let me go grab my something to eat real quick, and I'll be right back. Give me just a second. Haven't ate nothing all day today.
Go ahead.
You go to SO and
Turn that down.
Really quick warning.
So we're still tracking this severe storm in effect for another 19 minutes, it looks like. With 3:32, severe thunderstorm still in effect till 4 o'clock. Severe thunderstorm was located near Pisgah, or 15 miles south of Bridgeport, moving east at 15 miles per hour. EMA reports 1-inch hail near Pisgah. Of course, just told y'all about that earlier. Areas impacted will be Stevenson, Hollywood, Pisgah, Fabius, Martintown, and Rosalie. No problem, everybody. Glad I could do it. Just a heads up. There's a lot more storms of rain on the way for the weekend. Not everybody will get it, but there's a good chance, which about a 65% chance of rain as we go into the weekend, especially into early next week and around Wednesday. Looks like if you're in Ider, you're now getting some heavy rain and wind, maybe some embedded hail in there. I mean, I'm not seeing any in that area, but I'm seeing little bitty purple areas that indicates there is some embedded hail in it. This thing is being pushed on off to the northeast currently. It was moving northwest, but now it's changed direction thanks to that gust front hitting it. It's moving toward the northeast, kind of towards Shiloh, northeast portion of DeKalb. I do believe the warning will cancel here momentarily. Still seeing some pretty high winds there north of Ider, around Flat Rock, of course. Got reports of that just a few minutes ago. A new special weather statement puts this thing trying to move to the north. Looks like it is 7 miles southwest of Stevenson, or 8 miles south of Bridgeport, moving north at 5 miles per hour. So 40-mile-per-hour wind gust and pea-sized hail. Areas impacted will be Bridgeport, Stevenson, Fabius, Higdon, Long Island, Russell Cave National Monument. So I believe this warning should be dropping here pretty shortly. And we should be getting a special weather statement to replace it that'll include the rest of the northeast DeKalb, or the far northeastern portion of DeKalb. Or they may just drop it altogether and leave the ones in places there. I just now seen there's already one in place. It expires in 1 minute. We should be able to wrap this up pretty shortly. And picking up a buck's pocket. Henniger, I believe, has already got hit by it. Was just now looking at the chat. Also still watching Ider, some very heavy rainfall falling there in Ider. Also Rosalie, some hail embedded in there. Looks like that'll be along County Road 60 and County Road 456. That's looks like in between Glen Zeta and Rosalie. I hope I'm saying that right. May not be.
W4ETH, repeater EL100.
Sounds like someone's listening on Fort Payne, besides me. Anyway. That warning still goes for another 13 minutes, it says. Nothing in Crossville at the moment. Just letting the everything catch up here. I don't know what's going on with the chat. Looking at radar, it looks like there's nothing in 5. Nope, not a thing other than this gust front coming in. It is going to get a little breezy. No big deal. Just a brief gust of wind. We'll be watching for anything developing behind it or along it. Saw section pop up there for a minute. Nothing really in section other than a little bit of light rain. Looks like Eider's getting getting a lot of heavy rain, light to moderate to heavy rainfall. There could be some embedded hail in there as well. All this is moving further to the northeastern tip of DeKalb, around Shiloh, and into Jackson, Higdon area, Overlook, Liberty Hills, Sulphur Springs, Old Fabius, Cameronsville, all those areas, Newtown, Flat Rock, just a big area of heavy rain and wind pretty much. Also Stevenson, don't let me forget them. It's also building back that way too. But these summertime storms have some of the oddest movement. And typically it looks like a battle zone on radar. I mean, it looks like nuclear bombs are being dropped everywhere by these, outflows that you're seeing here. This looks like a bomb went off. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I've seen thunderstorms in the summer. They look like they was literally battling each other. Like, it's pretty daggum cool. Maybe I'll get an opportunity to show you again, but it's pretty cool. It's like one storm shoots out outflow at another one, and then another one just shoots outflow back at it. It's kind of crazy. It's like a battle with each other. I guess kind of like what happened here. You see this outflow from the west runs into this storm here, and then this one fires another outflow out. Okay, new warning coming up.
National Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Jackson County.
Northeastern Jackson and northeastern DeKalb.
DeKalb County in northeastern Alabama until 4:45 p.m. Central Daylight
Kind of
Time.
expected that.
At 3:50 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Bridgeport, moving more than 10 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour with gusts and quarter-sized hail. Source, radar
This is KO4FUM to all amateur radio operators. The National Weather Service in Huntsville has issued a severe thunderstorm warning. That'll be for northeastern DeKalb County and northeastern Alabama until 4:45. At 3:50 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located near Bridgeport, moving north at 10 miles per hour. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail possible. Areas impacted: Bridgeport, Stevenson, Fabius, Higdon, Long Island, and Russell Cave National Monument. This is KO4FUN. Alright, sounds like that other warning was just canceled. It was. So our next warning is going to be up here in Jackson County. That does go from the area of Fairview, Deerhead Cove, Beulah, Cartersville, Shiloh, northeast portion of DeKalb into Higdon, Liza, Overlook, Liberty Hill, all the way up to Bridgeport and Stevenson with this new warning here. And this one's moving to the north currently. And do see some higher winds in this one, just to the northwest of Floral Crest area and north of Eliza. All around in there, pretty much some high winds. So we got a new warning. Go ahead and fix that. Quarter size hail. 60 mile an hour winds. Okay, that will be 4. Let me fix. Still working on fixing this here. Okay. Occasional hail with rain. That's exactly what it looks like on radar too. Thanks, Sam. I appreciate that. Pouring down in Higdon. Appreciate that. I do see some areas of hail showing up pretty good on the radar. But yeah, if anyone gets any quarter-size hail, let me know. I'll pass it right along DMA, and then they'll get it right out to Huntsville on here. So make sure if you do have hail, any size hail, let me know. You know, any size hail, basically. But I personally do not see anything in here quarter-size hail. There's a little hail core north of Cameronsville. Another little hail core south of Shiloh and DeKalb. And that's about it. Other than that, it's going to be wind. So hoping we get a soaking this weekend, because it is dried out there. I mean, I don't know how I'm able to say that it's dried out. As much rain as we've had in the past, but it's the creeks are barely even running here. In some spots, so it's getting pretty dry out there. Hard to believe, I know, but that summer heat really pulls the moisture up, and the humidity is pretty bad. Humidity is pretty bad right now. It's 75% humidity. It's 84 degrees. Just dropped right as I was about to say 85. So 84.9 right now. Went down just a little bit. 75% humidity.
GH repeater DL100.
Alright, so this warning in effect for another 49 minutes. Dear Lord. I say that as I've got some places I got to go here pretty shortly. That's why I said, dear Lord, 49 more minutes. I was hoping it would fizzle out and not do nothing else. Yeah, just a heads up, I imagine everybody in here is already aware of it, but a new severe thunderstorm warning was issued out for northeast Jackson County, northeast Alabama, and northeastern DeKalb County till 4:45. Pretty much, though, looks like it's over in the northeastern tip of DeKalb County. Very far northeast, like Shiloh, Fairview, Deerhead Cove, Beulah area. It's even north of Fairview and Deerhead Cove at this point. Looks like the biggest and heaviest activity around Eliza and Higdon in Jackson County. And that goes all the way. The storm is moving to the north, so Stevenson's got some heavy rain, maybe some embedded hail, and it's approaching Bridgeport. Basically, that's where the heaviest is. We do have another little area of some hail, maybe around northeast of Rosalie, northwest of Schrader. That's about it, though. Just like a big rainy hail mix, pretty much with this. And I don't currently see anything showing quarter-size hail or 60-mile-an-hour winds, but you know how summertime storms are, so we'll still keep an eye on it. Thanks, Josh, for joining us here. Glad to have you back. Yeah, roger that. I know it's been a while. I was wondering if your phone or tablet or something tore up, or you just hadn't had time to get on.
It's been so hectic lately, it's just been a struggle.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It is a struggle on everybody nowadays. I get it. And there was something I was going to do. There we go. Let's look at the comments. Wow, so you got a photo of a wall cloud in Henniger? 40-mile-an-hour winds. Yeah, that's due to that gust front that came through. I would like to see that. That wall cloud you're talking about. I'd like to go look at that. Send it in if you don't mind on the chat, or sorry, messenger. I'm just searching the comments. I know lots of people get wall clouds confused with shelf clouds, but I gotta admit, Nancy has actually sent me wall clouds just about every time she said they're wall clouds. So that's why I'm like, yeah, I'll go take a look at it. Alright, bear with me. I'm going to go to my messenger here and see if I've got any photos sent in here. Yep, let's take a look. If I can get the little thing to go away on it here. Come on, move out of the way. I don't know what's going on with this thing today. Every time I click her photo up, the date comes right in front of it and covers it up. I don't know what is up with that. To me, that looks like scud, honestly. I do see where it looks like there is a bit of an updraft there, but due to the mountain blocking it, it's kind of making it hard on me to make a decision. I do see a clear area where it's white, like there's no rainfall, and then to the right side of it, there's rainfall. To the left, there's rainfall, so that makes me think it could possibly have been a wall cloud trying to develop. But with the mountain in the way, it's really hard for me to tell. To me, it kind of looks like scud. Again, it's just kind of sending mixed signals, to be honest with you. But yeah, due to the mountain in the way, I mean, that could very well be a wall cloud, to be honest. Because I'm seeing some signs that are saying, you know, kind of hinting at me wall cloud and scud. I mean, I think there might be a little bit of all the above going on there, but with the mountain in the way, really hard to tell. So I'm gonna go. No, you're good. It looks like some scud, and it looks like a bit of an updraft area to me. And wall cloud is a you know, a lowering. Usually it's on the southwest portion of the storm. Summertime storms can be a little bit odd, but most of the time you'll see it on the southwest portion of the storm. It'll be a very distinctive lowering. Shelf cloud looks like a shelf, basically. I'll have to show the difference between those. So I need to go ahead and do that, though, while everybody's on. So I'll borrow something from the Weather Service just to post up the difference for everybody, since I'm live and I don't have time to do it.
W4 CAJ Mobile.
Alright, so I'm going to use this as an example. And again, this is just for informative information only, pretty much. That's all I'm using it for. I'm just saying that so I don't get sued for using it, which I shouldn't anyway. Alright, let me make that big. So, you know, here's the difference between a shelf cloud and wall cloud. As you can see, the wall cloud is it's just kind of sitting by itself. It's kind of set, you know, just one big area hanging down. Just a big area hanging down. Where shelf cloud is pretty much all attached, goes all the way across the sky. It's on the front portion of the storm. So when you're getting the outflow, when you see those outflow boundaries coming across, that's where your shelf cloud is going to be at. Your wall cloud would be behind all that. It will be on the back side after all that passes through. Mainly southwest portion of your storms is where that's going to be at. And you'll see that hanging down on the back side of all that after it moves over. So that's why it can be, you know, quite dangerous when you've got a tornadic storm, you've got a shelf cloud coming. Most people's going to be terrified thinking that's the tornado, that's the wall cloud coming, and it's not. You get lots of high winds with that shelf cloud as it moves over. And everybody's like, well, you know, that passed by okay. We just got some gusty winds, but most of the time, not all the time, but, you know, once it passes over, you've still got a threat because that wall cloud will be behind all that on the southwest portion of the storm. So still not safe until that passes completely through, pretty much. But that is the difference between a wall cloud and shelf cloud. The wall cloud will be just kind of isolated by itself, hanging down. As it is in this photo to the right, versus the one on the left, it just kind of goes across the whole sky. So that's a little bit of a difference there. So we're still watching that storm. Not looking very impressive to me. There's lots of wind going toward Bridgeport, Shiloh. North of Stevenson now, and looks like there was some new development. Around Henniger, there's some new rainfall developing. That's along that gust front. But I'm not seeing much else develop. I mean, looks like this main area, you know, is going to be the same as it was up in Jackson County, with some additional development around Mentone and Valley Head. So we got another 24 minutes on this warning here. 39 minutes, I'm sorry. And I really expected to cancel a lot earlier than that. If it doesn't, I'll be surprised. Yeah, it looks like most of the wind, there's gusty wind coming through the area, but not seeing nothing crazy to be honest. And a heads up to everybody, if you would like to help support the stream and support us, help us keep things going. I'll admit, things have got me in a bit of a mess this month with everything tearing up. That's usually when the support comes in from the sponsors. It's monthly. And I gotta admit, everything tearing up's really put me in a bit of a bind this month with everything coming to bill paying anyway. So if you would like to support us, we'd appreciate anything. Helps us keep it going and pay the bills to the page. And we enjoy what we do. We have Cash App, DeKalb CWX, and also PayPal. You can look for all that. Basically, all that is on my new cover photo that I just put up, so you can find all that there. Any support is definitely appreciated, because things have got pretty rough this time. I've had a little bit of everything tear up on me, and I'm not the only one. I know some neighbors that's had some stuff tear up too. That's not good. Hopefully they get that fixed soon, but overall, though, nothing severe other than that storm up around Bridgeport. There is still a flash flood warning in effect for DeKalb County for the next 2 hours, 22 minutes. Same thing for Jackson. Anywhere from Section, Dutton, Pisgah, Henniger, Sylvania, Powell, Eider areas, all under a flash flood warning for the next 2 hours, 22 minutes. And these additional storms developing will only add to that. So we're seeing a pretty good, looks like downburst with this storm here as it's pushing on through toward Bridgeport. Some gusty winds with that, and some embedded hail. Also lightning too. I always keep forgetting to mention the lightning because I'm not used to the pluses being lightning. Like on my other radar, it shows lightning bolts, and on this one, it shows pluses. So I kind of miss them a lot. But there is some lightning in this as well. So make sure you seek shelter till all of it passes. Summertime storms are pretty dangerous when it comes to lightning. So this big mess is about to move into Bridgeport. It is 84 degrees here. It has cooled down a bit. Yeah, just a big old bunch of heavy rain now and maybe some embedded hail. I am seeing some embedded hail in there east of Bridgeport with the storm. Battery Hill. That's the first time since I have been streaming that I've seen that pop up. And I have to ask, why is it called Battery Hill? That is pretty crazy. Look at that. Battery Hill. Unless they've got like a ton of solar panels up there charging batteries, that makes sense. But gosh, that's pretty crazy. Around Bryant, also some heavy stuff in Jackson County, approaching Long Island area. Then moving on up into Tennessee, as you note here, it's officially moving up into Tennessee, and of course approaching Bridgeport. Seeing some new storms producing hail. Looks like that's just popping up to the south of Colin in DeKalb County, and Battelle, that's north of Mentone. Also some embedded heavy rain around Hammondville, Valley Head. So I do see new development there with some hail in it. Also new development south of Henniger, getting close to Henniger rather, producing some hail, heavy rainfall. Also Sylvania getting in on some of that too. But I do have to run here shortly, as bad as I hate it, and I hope there's no new warnings that come up. If there is, make sure you pay attention to my page, because I will be posting those warnings up as soon as they're issued out, to let everybody know. I may not be on the live stream, but I will be posting them up. And also the auto updates post them up, so most of the time they beat me there. So the highest point in Bridgeport is Battery Hill. That's pretty neat. It's in Bridgeport where the war went on in Trail of Tears. That's something I didn't know. That would be a pretty cool little historical place to check out, to be honest. And absolutely nothing in Crossville. Like, it's, you know, absolutely nothing going on right now. And to be honest, looks like most of the activity is staying to the northeast. So I don't even think we're going to get anything. The gust front is just now coming through Dawson, Skirrum, so right there it is. It's finally getting through here. Just going to be a quick breeze. Like, we got, I think, 2 miles per hour right now. So yeah, the wind is literally, it's literally just a breeze coming through. On my highest station outside, I've got 2 miles per hour out of the south-southwest, and that's going to be that gust front coming through. Seeing some high winds now going into Bridgeport and up into Tennessee. So really heavy storms north of Trenton, Georgia. They're under a warning as well with some of this. Some of this new activity here is really firing on up. Seeing a new hail core now around south of Battelle. That's in DeKalb County, and east of Colin. I'm not sure how to say that. Also heavy rain now around Valley Head, Hammondville, Mentone. Lots of heavy rain with that. That's all developing behind that gust front that just come through. Hey, it's a smiley face. Anybody else seeing that? That's pretty wicked right there. You don't see that very often. And you got the eyes right up here. That is actually pretty daggone cool. So it looks like the focus for storms right now will be pretty much primarily in this area right here. That will be the primary area where storms are continuing to develop in the next probably hour or so, or several hours until sunset, basically. So yeah, I'm looking at the time, several hours. We can still see additional development elsewhere, but looks like this area is going to be mainly the area where all that's going to be occurring at. And then it'll move on off to the northeast and eventually move on up into Tennessee and of course into Georgia where it's at right now. But still, we could have additional storms develop in our area too. So at this point, I really don't see why the warning is still up for the area there around Bridgeport. It's just a lot of rain and wind. Really don't see the point of a warning still being up. Well, I've never been to Battery Hill, so that sounds like an awesome place by what you're telling me there. I would absolutely love to go check it out. I love historical places and all that, so that would be awesome. Alright, so we just got a good 9 mile per hour gust out of the north, so that's actually the gust front just now making it through. So we did have some gust, looks like that's our highest gust today, was 9.2 miles per hour. That's out of the west-northwest, it just corrected itself there. West-northwest, gust up to 9.9 miles per hour. And that's going to be with that gust front currently coming through. So a nice little breeze going on outside. That would be cool. Alright everybody, well I've tried to hang on as long as I can. I've got a place I really got to get to, and I hate to leave during a warning, but I'll be honest, if I thought it was doing anything, I would not be leaving. So, heavy rain, gusty winds, there is still a warning in effect for a little while longer, so, but we are going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Make sure you stay tuned to the page, that way you can get notified when new warnings are issued, if they are. Our page will be the first to update it. We have auto updates on there from the Weather Service that automatically come up on the page as soon as they're issued. So, again, thank you each and every one that stayed with us here. We've been live for an hour and 14 minutes, 46 seconds now, and got some more to go. So, thank you everybody again. Have a blessed weekend, and we will see you on the next updates, which I will try to do, soon. I'll try to get some new stuff up pretty soon before the weekend gets started. So God bless, have a good day everybody, and we'll see you on the next update.